guys, it's Paula from PSE Creations. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you're returning. Today is a Crafty haul. So I'm going to share a few things that I picked up from a thrift store, Goodwill specifically, and the Dollar Tree. So let's go ahead and get started. So the prices that are on here are not, in some cases, accurate. So this was like, the red was like $1 a day. So I got this pillowcase. I don't know if it's vintage or not. Really doubt it. Made in the USA, 50% polyester, 50% cotton, spring made, no iron, Wonder Care. Anyways, I'm not using it as a pillowcase, so there's that. I will be using it for crafting, but it's a pretty big size one. So I loved the fabric on it, the pattern, the floral. So yeah, actually it's funny because I picked up this Beauty and the Beast book. It was $1 as well. And I'm not sure, this was probably a newer one, 1986. And I thought, look at this, how great if I decide to maybe venture out and make my own spine. How great would that look? Or, since I always put fabric on the inside of the spine, anyways, I just thought it just so happened to go together. So yeah, this is a Beauty and the Beast golden book that I picked up. I always use my heat gun. Do you guys do that? I use my heat gun to take it off so that it doesn't damage as much. All right, just gonna put things to the side. I know I don't need more music paper, okay? But look at how thick this book is, first of all. Don't get ahead of yourself. Look how thick this book is, and it was $1. It was $1. I mean, yes. It was, the year's 1985. Copyright 1985. So it's not, oh my god, old, but it's 85, so it's still vintage. Then we have a Lion King. This, I think, again, is a newer one. 94. It's crazy to think it's 20 years old, right? 21 years old. So yes, it's newer, but it's 21 years old. So that was $1 as well. And this was another one. It's 10 ever-loving blue-eyed years with Pago. I just thought this was so cool. The pages, the images, the yellowing. It's like a comic story, comic strip style story. Look at how thick the book is. Again, this was $1. And yeah, I mean, can you see the yellowing in the pages? This is natural yellowing. 1949, 1959. Now that's the story of Pago. That's that year. So it looks like this one. Yeah, the last copyright is 1959 on here. So I'm actually excited to use these. I may actually read through it too. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. Yeah, so I got this book. So in 1959, it was $2.95. That was a lot for 59. But it's how many pages did you get? 288 pages total. I know. It's another music book. But again, it was only $1. And look how thick it is. How many projects am I going to be able to do with this? Or how many pages inside a journal am I going to be able to fill with all these? This one is, I don't know. Oh, look at that page. That's neat. There's a lot of writing too. I like that actually because it's very hard to find large word pages to do things with. If you just want to add that to journals. Oh, I like that. Actually, I never even noticed the so many words in the front. I don't think I have a year in this. I think but this one is 182 pages, 83, 84, 183 pages. Yeah, so. And then let me just finish off the books, I guess. I found two little golden books. These were $1.29 each. This one is Eeyore, You're the Best. A little Winnie the Pooh. Now this one does have writing, May of 1979, from Grandpa and Grandma. It was for Aaron. I will have to cover that. Usually, you know that in my little golden books, I try not to cover the fronts, but that is a lot. Usually, if it's just a name, I just add something there. But I'll probably cover this whole thing. That's okay though. I'm just covering that. I'm not going to cover anything else. And this one is from, I don't know. I just heard that Pooh just turned 100 years old, so now they're completely copyright free, I think is what I heard. So there's a lot of companies that are, or recently turned 100 years old. So there's a lot of companies that are creating like paper packs and other things that before were only proprietary to the company that owns Winnie the Pooh. I don't know if that's true or not. I think I read it somewhere. So I think you sometimes have to, unfortunately, take stuff that you read online or hear other people say online with a grain of salt. Anyhow, if you're good at the Roman numerals, I've mentioned it before. I am not. So there you go. What year is that? Leave it in the comments. It looks like a newer one, but that's okay. And then, of course, what's up in the attic? Sesame Street. I like making little Sesame Street golden books. Those are a lot of fun. 87. Aw. That's the year my brother was born. My second youngest brother. So yeah, these were pretty good. I knew that the writing in that one was there, so that's not a problem. But most of these, as you can see, the pages, I don't even know if this one was ever open. But that was $1.29 as well. Okay, and then I also got these. These were, I think, $2. But they're just, so there was no, it's not cellophane because it does have like as you can see, like a cloudy cover to it, I guess. But do you remember the overhead projectors that we had at school for those that are that old? I think these were used for something like that. I don't know. I'm going to use these to make pockets and things like that in my journals. Or, you know, maybe I'll try to make a shaker card. I don't know. And just sew like around and stuff because they're not super thick. They're pretty flexible and there is a good amount in here. I picked up 2 VHS movies and I only am interested in the covers of them. So you had the clamshell, you know, the white clamshell where the VHS tapes would sit in, and this would be inserted inside the clamshell in between some plastic, clear plastic film. So I take them out and then I make journals out of them. So this is a Dumbo one, and then I have an Alice in Wonderland one. I may be making a journal that will be available soon in my upcoming Whatnot show. It's a tea time Whatnot show that's coming up in March. So I will leave the link to that show down below in case you want to go and bookmark it to come watch and see what I have available. But since this cover here is them having tea with the Mad Hatter, I may put that in there. but I have to make the journal first. So, and then the last thing I got from the Goodwill is these are just memo pads, but they're faith-based ones, and I just finished a faith junk journal. So my next video will actually be the flip through of that, and that is already available in my website. If anybody's interested in it, I'll leave the link to my website down in the description like I always do. But so it's the same pattern and the same verse on all the pages. So, but I liked it. I thought it was great. I included these in my faith-based junk journal, and I'll be making other ones. So, and this is a different one with a different. So this is the pattern that you'll see, or something similar to this pattern you'll see. Actually, no, that is the pattern you'll see, but faded in the background with the verse on the top. I thought that was a good deal because there was a good amount of sheets still left. Okay, and then we'll quickly go through the Dollar Tree one. I picked up their smaller doilies. You get 32 of them. If I can find the vintage ones, I always look for them. But these are great because I cut them up and I use them on tags as like layering pieces. So love these, and they do dye great as well. So they are a little bit thinner, but that's not a problem, especially if you're using them for layering. I picked up a pack of these, which is their scrap papers. And this whole pack seemed to have been all textured and like handmade papers. And those are really the ones, like, I don't care so much for the glittery ones, but those are really the ones that I enjoy. Look at the texture on that. And this. And then you have, these are like glitter, but not like in your face, oh my God, glitter. And then this one too, which has this kind of background in the back. So this is like handmade. So I picked these up. Do I need more paper packs? No. But I loved the texture and the colors, the deeper, darker colors that you got in these. So, oh, here's a pink one too. So yeah. I picked up these pins because I am going to try to make, I've seen, and they've been out for 5,000 years. Okay, it's not that many, but you know how I like to exaggerate with timelines. They've been out for a while where you can make the pins using paper or fabric. And it's just a great little like addition to your junk journal. You can like add a paper clip to it, and you can just be paper clipped on. So you end up using the inner part of the pin. So for $1.25, I got 10 of them, and since I'm going to throw away everything except for the actual piece that has the ink, I thought that was a good deal to try and make these. If it works, great, and people are potentially interested in them, then I will look to purchase pens that maybe have better, well, I don't know, ink is ink, so I'm just going to leave it at that. I picked up some larger paper clips because if I decide to work on some making some paper clips for my journals, like I did with like here, I made these little paperclip dresses. Now here I used the smaller paper clips, but if I did something that was larger, right? So these just get paper clipped into your journals. Or you can use them in books as bookmarks. However it is that you want to use them. They're very thin, as you can see, and they're the base is either vintage music sheet or vintage dictionary page, and then I just kind of decorated them a little bit, and they're paper clips. So anyways, paper clips. With the larger ones, you can add like things to it too, to make different styles. Pop dot tape. I've not tried the Dollar Tree ones. I do want to try them, so that's why I purchased them. I have some little Altoids tins that I want to make like some little assemblages with, or some little scenes. And so that's what I got these for. So just to try them out. If yeah, just to try them out. All right, I got 2 of these, which are just the 3-piece button file bags. And I think I've shown it before, but I like to keep like projects items in them. So this is an example of one. This is just a colored one that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. So you get 3 of them for $1.25. And what I do is, like for this one, for example, I'm going to make a sunflower journal. And so I'm collecting a lot of material that I will use in my sunflower journal. Now, I might not use it all, but I put them all in here so that they're all in one place, so that when I'm ready to work on this project, it's all together. I just so happen to have this on my desk. That's why it was there. But so I picked up 2 of those clear packs. So I got 6 of them for $2.50. And the last thing is this photo album. Now, I know I picked up another one at some point in time, and I don't know where it is, but I have an idea. So we shall see what comes of said idea. Okay, we'll see what comes of the idea. So these, obviously, you can take this out. You can add something different. You see where I'm going here. It's like a journal already put together for you, and you're just going to decorate it to your style. Think about it. Maybe a future video, guys. Let's do it together. Go out and buy yourself one for $1.25. You get 48 pockets. So I think it's front and back. So it's really 24 pages. And then each page has 2 pockets. That's it, guys. That is my crafty haul for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions or any comments, leave them down below. And I will talk to you guys on my next video. Bye, guys.